Coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere deep in the heart of the Santa Monica Mountains, I am your intrepid host, L.A. Marzulli. Welcome to some feedback, and I got to tell you, I'm ticked off and I have blown a gasket. So the title of this, L.A. Blows a Gasket, because that's exactly where I am. Poof! The top of my head is blown away. And I'll tell you why in just a second, but first, a word from our very trusted sponsor. One of the biggest factors behind aging is the drop in our body's natural collagen production. This collagen drop starts in your 20s, and by your 40s and 50s, your skin is basically starving for it, leading to visible signs of aging like wrinkles, sagging skin, joint discomfort, and brittle nails. Unfortunately, most collagen supplements on store shelves don't provide the nutrients and absorption your skin needs. This is why I take collagen, folks. I take it every day, and I'm obsessed with how much it improves my skin. This amazing multi-collagen provides 5 types of premium collagen that my body actually needs to rebuild skin from the inside out. My results are smoother skin, more elasticity, fewer fine lines, and a youthful glow. Plus, it mixes easily into my coffee or tea. Has zero flavor, no clumps, making it easy for me to stick with it. Help rejuvenate your skin with ageless multi-collagen. Why, it's 51% off now. And that's healthwithla.com, healthwithla.com. Plus, order today to receive free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, a free ebook entitled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free shipping. Once again, this offer is only available for a limited time at our website, healthwithla.com. That's healthwithla.com. Folks, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. It's got 5 key types of collagen from 4 different sources. There's nearly no odor or taste, unlike bone broth or other collagen supplements. Free shipping with every order. Folks, check it out, healthwithla.com, healthwithla.com. All right, I got to keep this guy's name, anonymous. I'm just going to call him, I'm not even going to call him Mr. X. So nobody can possibly trace who this is. Okay. Good morning, LA. I thoroughly enjoyed your interview with Leo Zagami. Well, thank you, Mr. X. I appreciate that. I enjoyed it too. We're going to have Leo back again soon. Were you able to get him back on for another interview? And unfortunately, I just missed it. No. We will get him back on. It's just that I've been kind of busy with other stuff. Second, we met at the Prophecy Watchers Conference in Colorado Springs last year, and I purchased a number of your DVDs, one of them in particular, The Best of Watchers, in addition to all your other full collection, such as On the Trail, UFO Disclosure, Watches 11, the DVD Ultimate Collection, I have loaned out. So here he goes. I have loaned out The Best of Watchers to a number of church members, and I am stunned by the percentage of people who subtly dismiss the information as, drumroll please, interesting, while having the facial expressions which convey their true thoughts. You're a nut. So they're calling Mr. X a nut, right? Because he's looking at the Watchers films. Now, I understand when another rung of the disclosure ladder is revealed, why your phone doesn't ring off the hook and there is nothing but crickets. The denominational church is, for the most part, deceived, deluded, and or ignorant of history from a biblical perspective, as it was in the days of Noah, is a serious warning, but few seem interested. Anyway, thank you for all your decades of hard work and investigative reporting. It is making a difference to those of us who have an ear to what the Spirit says to the churches. This is what drives me nuts, because here's a guy that buys the stuff and he tries to share it and people look at him with the, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me look. So listen up. Jesus warns us it'll be like the days of Noah. This is why. Genesis 3:15, hats off to my elder brother, Gary Stearman. The exegesis, the interpretation, is critical, because unless we understand what really happened in the days of Noah, which is not the godly line of Seth marrying the hoochie mamas of Cain, that's not what the text says. The sons of God are always the B'nai Ha-Elohim, always refers to the angelic hosts. And by the way, when Jesus says it'll be like the days of Noah, everybody back then knows exactly what he's talking about. Why? Because there's no Sethite theory. That doesn't come in for centuries later. It's made up by a bunch of guys. The Jews knew exactly what he was saying. They'd be like the days of Noah. Josephus The first century historian states that the bones of the Nephilim were openly on display in Jerusalem at the time of his writing, which means that if you were going up to the temple, do you think they put the bones on a side street so no one would ever see them? No. And this is conjecture. I fully admit, no way I can prove that, and I'm stuck. I'm biased. I get that. So save your emails. I believe that the skulls and the skeletons of the Nephilim that were openly on display, according to Josephus, were on the way to the temple, some main thoroughfare where the people could see them and go, oh my gosh, it's all real. What's written in the Word was real. This is what Joshua conquered. Isn't that incredible? So it's there. Jesus warns us, men will faint from fear for what is coming upon the earth. Now, what could that possibly be? When was the last time you heard a sermon about men and women fainting from fear for what is coming upon the earth? Huh? Have you ever heard a sermon on that? I know I haven't. Why is that? Well, Jesus really doesn't mean what he says out loud. No, he means exactly what he means. He says what he means, it means what he says, quoting Chuck Missler. The bottom line is this. What would come upon the earth that men would faint from fear? You want to know what it is? It's right here. This changes the entire paradigm. This changes the entire paradigm. This changes the global paradigm instantly. I'm going to tell you something out there. Grandpa, Grandma, all you people out there rolling your eyeballs and thinking that you know everything. Ignorance and arrogance is a deadly combination. Forgive me for pointing. But ignorance and arrogance is a deadly combination. If you think you know something, but you've never studied it, then that's ignorance. And arrogance is, I know everything about it. I remember one pastor telling a person that wrote in, and I talked about this months ago, I only read books by the Holy, I don't need to read books. The Holy Spirit will tell me everything. It's one of the most arrogant statements I've ever heard. I don't know who the guy is. I don't want to know who he is. We need to pray for him. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Your Congress is discussing the UAP, UFO phenomena. We've had whistleblowers in Congress under oath stating that we have retrieved non-human biologics from crashed crafts. What do you want to do with that? Will you sweep it under the rug? Your kids, your grandkids are being indoctrinated to believing the lie. This is the lie. They're already on board. Talk to your grandkids. Do you believe in aliens? Well, sure, of course. We're not alone in the universe. How do you know that? What if we're in a holographic universe? Nobody knows where we are in this vast expanse of stars and everything else. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where consciousness resides. Nobody knows. Why would Jesus warn us that even the elect would be deceived if that were possible? Men faint for fear from what is coming upon the earth. That could be a mile-wide asteroid. Apophis, sure, could be. But what if it's what this is? How do you usher in a global government? How do you usher in a one-world religion? How do you usher in a one-world monetary system? Right here. Right here. Because when they show up, they will say, we created all life on this planet. We genetically manipulated early man. We started the world's religions. Now, and civilizations. Now at this critical juncture, ET is back to usher mankind into a golden age. You know, folks, I'm going to say something here, but you need to understand this, that this is what the other side of the aisle is saying, and I've talked about this before. This is channeled information from an entity that's not human. It's a fallen angel or a demon. We are here. We are the Pleiadians. Humanity is learning a great lesson at this time. The lesson is, of course, to realize your godhood. There is a potential for many people to leave the planet in an afternoon. The people who leave the planet during a time of Earth changes do not fit here any longer, and they are stopping the harmony of the Earth. Folks, I heard that 50 years ago when I was in the New Age, when I was in the ashram, when I was embracing all of this. I now have been a Christian for 45 years. This is the coming great deception. This is the coming great deception. Make no doubt about it. This is what's going to completely turn the entire planet on its head, and do so in a nanosecond. Before I go, here's Ashley to tell you how you can get the 10-box DVD set. So you can get this, and then you can hand it out to all your friends at church, and then you can be mocked. Folks, I've been kicked out of churches for this. I don't apologize anymore. The Lord has set me on the course. My hand is on the plow. I've done the work, and we continue to do the work. But I am just flabbergasted by that email. And in some ways outraged, and that's why I blew a gasket. Here's Ashley.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley. Today I'm excited to introduce you to something extraordinary. L.A. Marzulli's 10 DVD set called UFO Disclosure. This is not just any collection. It's your key to uncovering the hidden truths about the UFO UAP phenomenon. Did you know that UFO whistleblowers have testified on the record that not only have we recovered crafts, but we have also retrieved non-human biologics? Let that sink in. The world is waking up to a reality long dismissed as science fiction. But what does it really mean? L.A. Marzulli and Gil Zimmerman, business partner and co-producer of these documentaries, have spent years uncovering the shocking truth behind the UFO UAP phenomenon. Now, in this exclusive 10 DVD set called UFO Disclosure, LA dives deep into what the mainstream media won't reveal. Close encounters of the first, second, third, and fourth kind, real-life accounts of people who have seen the occupants of these mysterious crafts, abductions, cattle mutilations, crop circles. What is truly happening behind the scenes? 2 films dedicated to the infamous Roswell crash of 1947, exploring the mysteries that have been shrouded in secrecy. And finally, his latest film, What is the Truth? Exploring the new UFO phenomena and the New Age connection. LA has interviewed top insiders Nick Pope, George Norrie, Gary Stearman, Mondo Gonzalez, and more. Experts who reveal why this might be the most significant event in human history. This is the coming Great Deception. Are you ready? Go to lamarzulli.com today and get your copy of LA's 10 DVD set called UFO Disclosure. Or for streaming, go to streaming.lamarzulli.net. Arm yourself with the truth before it's too late.
All right. I apologize. I was a little over the top. I get that. But what are you going to do? I mean, we've been talking about this, warning people. There are 34 films. There are books. There are countless lectures. And yet, the church dithers. What are they waiting for? And I'll say it again. Your kids and your grandkids are being indoctrinated by films, by TV programs like Ancient Aliens. Just flip through. Find out what they're looking at. It's everywhere. The whole paradigm is shifting. And the church is way over here and clueless as to what danger they really are faced with. My phone doesn't ring. I get few emails, and you know what? That's okay, because it gives me more time to interview guests, work on the books that I'm working on, work on the films. It's all good. And as you know, we cut 9 conferences in 2025. We're basically stopping most conferences except for the Prophecy Watchers Conference. I'm on the board there. This is our tribe. We go there. And I will be actually in Oklahoma coming up soon. We will be discussing the film on the Shroud, the Sudarium of Oviedo, and of course the Holy Fire. Holy Shroud, Holy Fire. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. You know, when you purchase anything, Peggy, who does all of our shipping, my wife, by the way, puts 2 or 3 of these little tracks, and they are incredible, powerful witnessing tools. Just give one to your pastor. That's all you got to do. Don't say anything. Hey, can you read this? It's short. He can read it in less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe, right? If he's a slow reader. Give it to him. Every time you buy something, we give 2 or 3. If you want 50 of them, give us a donation. We'll be more than happy to send them to you. I want to thank our good friend of the ministry, Buck Pratt Myers, for getting the fire going on this, and he's the nexus behind all of this. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, folks. I'll be back again with more information and more interviews. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, UFOs are real, burgeoning, not going away. This is the coming great deception. But when we go up, they come down. When we go up, they show up. Thanks for watching.